Hello friends, it's Matthew from MDKauffmann Photography, coming to you today to talk about my pricing sheet. And I'll say I'm recording this live, which is dangerous because I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth any sooner than you do. But let's get into it. I'm going to share my pricing sheet in just a second and we're going to walk through it. But before I do that, I want to talk about pricing a little bit in general. Pricing is one of the first questions we often get as photographers, and it's not always the best place to start. And I say that because the photographer you select is somebody you're going to be spending most of your wedding day with. And if they're not somebody you get along with, you're stuck. And the other thing is, you're going to be looking at these photos for the rest of your life, hopefully. And so if they're not somebody that you get along with or you haven't seen their work, if they're, one of the things we're seeing a lot is people will find photos online and say, oh, yeah, this is my work, or I can do this, or this is inspiration for what I do. And unfortunately, they can't actually pull that off. And so if you're hiring a photographer just based on a number, one of the things that could happen is you find out too late why they charge that number. And going with a lower number, those tend to be less experienced photographers or weekend warriors, and then you're stuck. And unfortunately, you're only going to get one shot at this wedding. And so if they're not on their A game, if they're having a bad day, whatever's happening, it's what you're going to get. So that's kind of my 2-second version on pricing. So let's go ahead and share this with you. Don't worry too much about getting all of this copied down. It's something I share freely with you when we sit down and talk. So I just want to kind of walk through it on a kind of an overview level, not so much numbers. I will also say these numbers are current as of May 2024. So I might keep this video around longer than this price sheet. Things change, my costs go up. These numbers are always subject to change, but I'm kind of liking what I have here for a setup, and so we will continue with that. So where do we start? We're probably going to start here at I'm looking over at it on my screen that I've got over to my side here, so if I'm not looking directly at you, it's because I'm looking at what's in the background, but it's easier to see on this screen over here for me. So we're going to start with the wedding packages. And what we're looking at there is 4 basic levels. And I'm going to start at the top one and kind of walk you through what that includes. And then what the differences are as we go through them. So all of my packages are going to include the MDK experience. That is, you're going to get me as your photographer. I'm not going to send, somebody pretending to be me. I'm not going to send an associate. You're going to get me because I love doing weddings. And so you're getting me. At a baseline, you're going to get the coverage, and on the glorious package here, it says 6 hours of additional coverage, and the baseline is 4, so you're getting me for a total of 10 hours. You're also going to get a second photographer for that time. I'm pretty picky about my second photographers. They're people I know, I trust. I tend to pay them very well, so they're people who are going to be able to live up to my standards. We're going to do an engagement session, and we'll talk about those in a minute. You're going to get an album. You're going to get 2 parent books. You're going to get all of the digitals, and those will be online for a year. I'm also going to keep those images around as long as I'm around. As a bonus here, you're going to get a photo booth. At the moment, I'm using a product called Giphy. I've actually got an idea floating around, so I might be changing that, but it's going to be similar to it. The cost on that package, when you put all this together, it's about $15,000 in value. Um, I retail that for $12,400. My next package down, and by the way, this one's my most popular. You're still going to get me. You're going to get me for a total of 8 hours. We've got the second photographer. We move from the story engagement session to the memory, and again, we'll get to those. From a story album to a highlight album. We're not gonna do the parent books. You're gonna get the digitals of the stuff that's included in your artwork. You're gonna have a 6-month or 180-day online gallery, and I'm gonna keep your images for at least 10 years. Value on this one, $9,500, and that retails for $7,400. Next down, we're jumping down to the basic package. This one, we've got, again, the MDK experience. You get me, you're getting, I'm sorry, I didn't even talk about the rest of this stuff. So, you're getting me, you're getting my artwork, my signature way of enhancing those images, the concierge level service. This is, I am with you through all of the planning, all of the prep. I'm walking you through this, and I'm here to help you plan your wedding. A lot of clients tell me they don't even need a wedding planner because the level of service I'm providing. All of my packages include an online gallery that you can share. I do put a video summary together. Again, that's shareable. Same day reveal. So one thing that a lot of people complain about is that it takes their wedding photographer 6 months or a year to get images back to them. The way I do photography, I can turn that around often the same day, if not the very next day, and go through those with you. I don't depend on my editing to make the work sing. I'm doing all that work in camera and all of it there that day. It's more work for me day of, but it leads to a higher quality product, and it means that I can turn that around for you the very next day. When I talk about digital memories, those are going to be printable up to 8x10. I'm not so much worried about you printing gift size prints. We'll talk in person about the pitfalls of doing that on your own. But I also recognize that those are things that people want to be able to do with their images. So I don't worry so much about the gift prints, but when it gets to the wall art and the albums, those are things I want to be able to take care of for you, because those are more exacting standards, and I want you to have the quality that those files can take care of. Where was I? We were on the basic package, I think. So 2 hours of additional coverage. It's going to be a total of 6 then. We're still going to get an engagement session. We're still going to do the highlight album. You're still going to get the digital memories of the artwork. This time your gallery is going to be online for 60 days. I'm going to keep everything for at least 5 years. Value on that is $5,000, and I retail it for $4,400. My very bottom wedding package is my simple wedding. That is, again, the MDK experience. You're going to get me for 4 hours. We're going to drop it down from the memory engagement session to the mini engagement session. This one does not include an album. You're still going to get the digital memories of anything that you purchase. You're going to get a 30-day online gallery, and I'm going to keep everything for at least 1 year. And that retails for $2,400. So those are my basic wedding packages. Talking about what the MDK experience is, that's something you're going to get with every single wedding. Some things we can add to that. If we're adding an additional hour, though, that's possible. We can add another photographer. That's possible. The photo booth, that's going to be possible. At the moment, I've got two options for that. It's either going to be a Giphy booth, or I can staff a photo booth and print right there on site. And like I said, I'm rolling around another idea for something that's even better than Giphy, but I don't have it deployed yet as of May 2024. We can also add video. I've got a dear friend that I trust 100%. If we do video, that is in addition to me. I worry about doing the very best still photography I can, and I trust a videographer to do his magic. Then we talk about wall art. These are things that I think are one of the things that weddings are really known for, and that is putting something on your wall that you are going to treasure. When I price those out, it doesn't matter if we're doing framed canvas, metal, framed canvas, all of those are the same price. It really just depends on the size. Whether we're doing a mini, which is up to 10 inch on the longest size, up to a statement piece. I've got the labs I work through can go up to 48 inches on their long side. And so when we talk about those, part of the reveal that we do is I can show you what wall art is going to look like on your wall at various sizes. So when we get to doing that, you can see that, you know, 16 by 20 sounds nice, it sounds big, but it's tiny when you compare it to, you know, above your bed. Whereas something much larger is going to look much better and feel at home there. We've also got some gift items available. These are things that you're going to give to your parents, to your best man or maid of honor, maybe your friends. And that's where we talk about, you know, individual digitals, different ways of doing the reveal party. We can do accordion books. We can do gift prints. If there's something you're looking for, we can basically do it. Over here on the other side, I've got some bundles that are just suggestions. These are, you know, just basically starting points for wall art, some companion books, and then, you know, additional pages to the album. When we talk about putting this stuff together, it's helpful to have a starting point. These are things that are pretty popular as far as bundles go, and it's a way to start the conversation. Obviously, everything changes, and one of the things that I do when we're pricing all of this stuff is, even within the wedding packages, all the pricing is customized to you and what you're looking for. This is a starting point. This is, you know, maybe you're looking for this, but you want a better album, not the highlight album. Okay, we can do that. That number changes, but we can do it. These are starting points. And then we come down and we talk about albums versus books. I bring samples of these when we meet in person, so you can kind of tell what the difference is. A book you can think of as like floppy pages with a hardcover. The albums are very thick pages. These are really, really cool items. And so we look at them as far as the different sizes, different number of pages. And again, all of this stuff is customizable to what you're looking for. But those are kind of between wall art and albums, those are the two most popular products for weddings. And then we get down to engagement sessions, and I know my face is blocking some of this, so you'll just have to believe me on it. And again, we go over this in person, but the engagement sessions, The signature one, the top engagement session, again, it's the MD Kauffmann experience. For the portrait sessions, those, again, you're getting me, you're getting heirloom quality, museum quality artwork, my signature enhancement of that, the concierge level service. I'm going to help you plan this stuff. I've got wardrobe guides I send you. We pick location or locations that matter to you, and we make this magic. The online gallery, the video, these we can do a same-day reveal if you're interested. A lot of clients skip a reveal on their engagement session, but it's something that we can do. And then again, we've got digitals included at various levels. So the signature here, again, the MDK experience, that one's going to be 120 minutes. There's no limit on the number of images that we create. We're going to go as many places as we can. If you want to change outfits, this one includes what I call the intimate reveal, which is really just the two of you. If you want to make a party for it, we can do that. It's going to include all the digitals. And let me pause here. When I say all, any photographer is, when they use the word all, is going to mean everything that they present. There are always going to be photos that go away during the editing process because somebody blinked, somebody got caught with a finger in their nose, the flash didn't fire. Something about them is going to mean that they hit the floor. Those are things we're just going to get rid of because they are not, they're part of the process, but they're not part of the final product. So when I say all, I mean all of them that are up to my artistic standards. Either with the engagement session or the wedding, they're going to be more than, when I say all, they're going to be way more than any minimum number. I don't mention minimum numbers anywhere because to me that's a stressor. And then if I would say 20 images and say we only get 19, well, then I've fallen short. We're going to get what we need and we're going to cover it. So all of those digital memories. As a bonus, you're going to get a photo book, and a lot of times these will be used as a guest book for your wedding. And again, those are things I can show you when we meet in person. Next level down, and the value on that is $3,000. I retail it at $2,400. Coming down a little bit, if you would decide that's a little bit much, the next one down is the story, which is the most popular. One's going to be an hour and a half. Again, no limit on the images that we create. I am going to keep you at 2 locations and or 2 outfits. We're still going to do the reveal. There, we're going to go from all of the digital memories to just things that we purchase. You do still have the ability to upgrade, but when you start playing with those numbers, you realize it does become more expensive to do them after the fact. So that's something we kind of talk about when we're picking our package. So the retail value on that one is about $2,000, and I'm going to retail that one at $1,400. Next step down is the memory package, or the memory engagement session, and this is the one that we include in most of them because it's a nice solid session. It gets done what we need to. It's going to be 60 minutes. This one's I'm only going to include 20 images. Again, we will probably make more than that, but I will only include 20 of them in like the online gallery and things. 20 gives us enough to put a guest book together, but it's not going to be overwhelming. That's going to be 1 location, 1 outfit. We'll still do the reveal. for the images you purchase, you'll still get the digital file. You can still upgrade it, and that one, a $1,200 value, retails at $900. And the last one down here is the mini engagement session. Again, you're still getting me. That one's going to be 20 minutes, so it's basically we're going to make 8 images, one location, one outfit. We'll do the reveal if you're interested in it. You'll still get the digital memories of the artwork you purchase, but you're not getting anything tangible with that, and that one retails at $350. So that is a quick walk through my pricing. And again, we spend some time on this when we meet in person, and all of this stuff gets customized to exactly what you're looking for. There are, of course, payment plans available. We can break that down however you need to make it comfortable for you. And yeah, that's basically what we do. Thanks for spending the time with me to go over this. I'm looking forward to meeting with you. You could take care.